that Neelima and Shakti Leadership launched right after the Floyd killing in the United States. And this became an important outreach that Neelima was really moved to launch in the world. And we're in our 5th or 6th year for it. And I'm Philomena Blees, and with that brief framing, I'll turn it over to you, Nitsan.
Okay. Nadya, I'm looking at you and getting good energy. So hello, everyone. Some people I only see your Zoom pictures. Some people I can actually see, and it's wonderful to see you. So you know that in the next 75 minutes, we're going to resolve one of the most complex conflicts in the world. So thank you for joining us for that. That was a joke. No, we're not here to solve the conflict, and we're not here to even try to convince you in anything to believe or not to believe. What we're going to try to do with our time today is see how outer conflicts affect us personally, and how when we begin to heal the divides within us, we can also heal or be more open to healing the divides outside. I'll say one more thing. Our work is based on the belief that pain that is not transformed is transmitted. It's 7 words. They're very important. Pain that is not transformed is transmitted. And when we look around in the world, what we see is many people acting out or transmitting the pain that had no room to be heard, to be felt, to be acknowledged. And the work Nadya and I do tries to create spaces where people can transform their pain into understanding and empathy. And so we're going to go through a meditation, and then we're going to introduce ourselves, share a little bit about how we got to do this work, and then enable you to taste a bit of what this work is. Because when you just talk about it and not really experience it, it's hard to get a real feel of what we do. And we want you to experience what we actually do. So thank you so much for joining us here today. And I'm just going to turn this over to Nadya, who's going to begin with a meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitsan. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for choosing to be with us here this evening. I will present a meditation that brings grounding, connection with body and with breath. Something from Thich Nhat Hanh about the miracle of mindfulness. He said, people usually considered walking on water or in thin air is a miracle. But I think the real miracle is not to walk either in water or in thin air, but walk on earth. Every day we are engaged in a miracle which we don't even recognize. Blue sky, white cloud, green leaves, or a black, curious eyes of a child. Our own eyes. All is it a miracle. And our exercise have 2 parts. The first part, it's how to move our body, to connect with it by moving. And the second part, to sit with our body, to connect to it and to connect to the gifts that we have in this world. I would like to invite each one of you to sit in a way that's comfortable for, sorry, now we are going to move, not to sit, to stand up. You are welcome to stand up or to stay sitting in the chair. You can move your body in a way that works for you. You can move your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Just remember that they are there. And we can take a deep breath with voice. Ah. Ah. Last one. Ah. To shake our body, our hands. To take inhale, exhale, to take more oxygen to our body. And when you are ready, you are invited to sit down in the chair or on the floor. In a way that's comfortable for you, for your body. You are invited to close your eyes or to leave it half open, or just to look in a one point in front of you. And you can scan your body to see how it feels after receiving more oxygen or movement. I'm going to invite you to practice together a gratitude exercise. Every time I mention a certain part of the body, you are welcome to touch it or just to note that it's there. And remember to breathe after each sentence. Breathing, inhale, exhale. We will start the exercise of gratitude. Thank you to our respiratory system that nourishing our body with oxygen. To our brain that help us think and imagine. To our eyes that help us see. To our ears that help us hear. To our heart that help us feel. And just remember to breathe after each sentence. To our stomach that help us digest. To our legs that help us walk. To our spine that keep us upright. Deep breath, inhale, exhale. You are invited to remember how many gifts we have been blessed with. And maybe to express gratitude for who we are, for the gifts we bring into the world, and the decision to be here and now in this meeting. We go back again to our breathing. Inhale, exhale. Slowly and gently, you can open your eyes and to come back to here and now, to this room. Maybe with a gentle smile to yourself. And after you open your eyes, you are invited to look to the screen, and maybe there's two eyes you can meet and send them a gift, maybe as a smile or a hello, and to recognize who is with us here in this moment. We'll come back to the room.
Beautiful.
I invited you to write maybe a word or two about your experience with this exercise in the chat.
And also, if you want to write things in the chat, you can also write questions. And if we don't have time to respond to them, we will afterwards and make sure they get you receive your answer. I just want to say that I don't know exactly which part of the world you're joining us from today. I know we come from different parts. I know that there's the United States, India. I know there's Israel. And I'm not sure where the rest of you are. Maybe you can write it also in the chat. But I know one thing that I'm sure we all have in common. And that's that we're all here because we care. We care about what's happening in the world. We are hurting about what's happening. And I don't know if that's true for you, but I feel it might be. So if it is, just raise your hand. If it's true that you're hurting, that you care, that you want things to be better. Thank you. Nadya, should we now do the introductions?
Yes, if you would like to start to present yourself, it will be nice.
Okay. So, my name is Nitsan, and I was born on a border kibbutz in Israel, close to the border with Jordan. And the conflict, the sirens, the underground shelters, the hiding, the living in fear were part of my life every day until I was 10. And we left the kibbutz and we moved to southern United States and Chattanooga, Tennessee, if any of you know where it is. And then actually we lived above Chattanooga in Signal Mountain. I was the only Jew in my school. And for the first time, I felt what it's like to be the other, the person that is different. And there was a lot of prejudice. And one of the things that really helped me during this time was that I learned to dance. And dancing, I could express my feelings, my pain through my body, through my dance. And afterwards came back to Israel. I served in the military as a teacher, working with youth from troubled homes. Then I did my bachelor's and master's in dance therapy. And I wrote my master's thesis on how dance therapy can help heal prejudice. And then I returned to Israel. I studied in the United States, returned to Israel once again. during the first Intifada, and I wanted to do something for coexistence and peace. And I met an amazing woman, Maria Mari, a Muslim woman, and together we began this program that still exists today, more than 30 years later. And the idea was, as I told you in the beginning, to create spaces where people can feel their pain, their fear, their anger, anything. Share it with each other, share their stories, listen to one another so they don't act them out against one another. And we did that for many, many years on a small scale. And then October 7th happened. And on October 8th, I started leading workshops. And for 2 weeks, I led workshops, mostly for, only actually, for Jewish people, because the Jews at that time, October 23, the Jews and the Palestinians did not want to meet in the same space. And so we worked separately with separate groups until in February 24, we came together again. All the years we were working together, I maybe forgot to mention that, but after October 7th, there was a feeling that each side needed space to take in what had happened, and alone. It was like people didn't want to have to feel their grief and their fear carefully. They wanted to have a space to fully feel it on both sides. And I'll just share that on October, just one experience from that workshop was a man who came from the Gaza envelope a few days after October 7th. And we divided into small groups. And when it was his turn to share, he just wanted to lie on the earth and sob. And I felt at that moment when I saw him, I felt some pain is so big and so deep that only the earth can hold it. And on February 24, I met Nadya. And because, I'll say one more thing. After I saw all this trauma, I decided that we couldn't do 3 groups a year anymore. We had to do something much, much bigger. And then we decided to create an army of healers, groups all over the country that will bring Israelis and Palestinians, Arabs and Jews together to share their pain and listen to one another. And that's what we've done. We worked since then with over 500 people. We gathered 30 facilitators to do this work, and Nadya was one of them. And since then, I've known her. She will talk about her own work. But I'll just say that in 2025, this work received the Goldberg Prize for Peace in the Middle East. So we feel it's done a lot for a lot of people, and we're really proud of it. And we're really lucky using playback theater, dance therapy, IFS, radical aliveness, nonviolent communication, mindfulness, different tools to reach the same goal. Thank you. Nadya.
Dan, thank you very much. Each time I asked to present myself, I think each time I found different angle how to do that. And sometimes it's not just to choose the word, it's just to follow what's live in the heart. After what you say, Nitsan, it just take me to the place where I grew up. I grew up in Saforia. Saforia, it's a village that was destroyed in 48. And I grew up in the shadow of the conflict between the Arabs and the Jews in North Israel, in Nazareth, in Lower Galilee. And always, as a young, I always asked myself, who was the good guy, who was the bad guy, the Jews or the Arabs? As a daughter of refugees from 48, I was in the middle between the Jews and the Arabs, and each one say that it's not my place and this is not my home. I'm a refugee. And since an early age, I understood that that I want to do something, because my life experience proved that to meet people in person and in personal level, there is a humanity, there is values, there is connection. But when we meet from political level, everything is changed. Suddenly we are two sides. We are not human. We are two sides. We are divided. You're wrong. I'm right. I'm right. You are wrong. And from this place, all these years, I decide to learn tools to support me, to feed my curiosity, how I can do it. And from other side, to feed, to get over my anger about what's happening, about my home, that people tell me that it's not my home. After 18 years old, I start to look for tools, how to support myself first, and then how to support others. And I think the first step I did it's how to support myself, how to create a space inside me and to reach out to a peace inside me, because I was going with anger everywhere, with sadness, with questions, and nobody gave me an answer. And then I decided to learn tools to help to support myself. I learned healing, Reiki, listening circles, environment, agriculture, gardening, and I arrived lately to nonviolence communication. And when I started learning this, I understood that I found the place where I can feel home in the international community with Israelis, Palestinians, internationals from all around the world. And in this moment, I understood that I'm home. And from this moment, 2014, I have a Jewish friend. She invited me to NVC training. And from this moment, we decide together, and after that separately, I decide to dedicate my life, my work. It's how to bring people together, how to get the chance to get to know each other from personal level, far away from prejudice, from political issues, and to connect from our humanity values. And I think came from the inspiration that I had from my family that was divided at 48, part stay in their homeland and part they become refugees in Lebanon, that violence bring violence. And in order to break the circle of violence, it's depend on how we react. If we react the same in violence, we will never break this circle. But if we react in a different way that can be a modeling for the other side, maybe this is give more chance to break the circle of violence. I will stop in this part and I will talk a little bit more about how me and Nitsan we met. After 7th of October, for me it was born new things inside of me. More fear, and this was a different from each time from the conflict I know. Suddenly, everything is divided. Suddenly, it's them or us. Suddenly, people, they don't have compassion for each other. And even it's arrived to close to me from people that I know a lot of years. Suddenly, they are not my friends as I thought. Suddenly, they are demanding me to give declaration in which side I am. And it was so hard for me. And it took me 2 weeks to understand that, oh my God, what's happening here? And I know that I have tools that can support me and support others to get over all these hard feelings, these hard dividings that we are experiencing in such a hard time. After 7th of October, I lost my job. I started volunteering to support evacuated family from the south and from the north to found new places. And for me, it's not was important who are they. For me, there was a human being in need to find a new home. And one lady, she asked me, you are Palestinians, why you are supporting religious Jewish people to find a new home? And I remember what I told her. I told her that I'm supporting human being in need, because especially me as Palestinian, I know what it is, the results of war. I know what my family experienced from war. And few time later, I found the announcement that Nitsan was announcing about Army of Healers, that they are looking for facilitators. And I thought that, and already I knew a little bit Nitsan from other programs, but we didn't continue together. I don't know if you remember NVC program in Tivon, and we didn't continue. And I understood that when I saw the word Army of Healers, it just what came up in my mind. We have army of weapon, and this is the time that we need army of healers instead army of weapon. And this is from there was the willing for me to join Nitsan and all the people not that working also with Nitsan. And now we are a community, I can call it, of facilitators, of people who are trying to find island of sane in the middle of the storm. And with this, I will close.
Thank you, Nadya. Wow. Beautiful. Just take a moment to breathe, because it's a lot that we've shared, and you may be feeling, experiencing different things. Everything that's happening around us is very activating. And when we speak about it openly and directly, it may bring up more feelings. But we feel that this is the way, and we really want you to try to just have a little bit of an experience. So if something feels like too much, if something if you need something, just share it in the chat. We're looking all the time, and we just want to be with be with whatever comes up. So the next piece of what we're going to do today is just to take a few deep breaths. And if you can, I see that maybe some of you are walking, or especially Yael somewhere. But if you can sit for a moment and just sit as comfortably as you can. If you need to lean back, and just make sure you're really comfortable. And just take a few breaths and become aware of when you think about what's happening in the world, when you think about what's happening in the Middle East, and when you think about what's happening in your life, any conflict, any difficulty that's especially on your mind, just take a moment and be with it and listen to what comes up, whatever it is. You can even ask yourself, what is the most difficult thing for me when I look at what's happening in the world, when I look at what's happening in the Middle East, when I think about my own personal conflicts? What's hardest? What is most painful? What's the scariest for me? And I'm reminding us that we're doing this because when we begin looking at the pain and the conflict and the fear that's inside us and giving it space, slowing down and giving it space, that's the beginning also of being able to bring more healing to the world. But we have to begin with ourselves and what's going on inside us. So just see what's coming up, what voices, what thoughts, and anything that comes up, just say, I see you. I see that this is what is going on. I hear you. And if it feels right, thank you for showing yourself. And if you have a pen and paper next to you, after you've just seen the different things that have come up, let them know you saw them and you heard their voices, you heard their thoughts. And if it feels right, even that you thank them for showing themselves, because that's the beginning of our healing. And when you're ready, you can just take a moment, open your eyes, and maybe just write a couple of words on your paper or in the chat. What's going on for me when I think of all these conflicts? What's the hardest? What am I reminded of? And just take a moment and write it, and I'm going to pass it to Nadya, who's going to lead us from here.
Okay, guys, if you are ready, you are invited to write in the chat. or to write for yourself? What came up for you when you stopped for a moment? You was with yourself and with everything that arose in you during the exercise. And we would like to invite also 3 participants to share here in the room with us what came up for you or for her during the exercise. And then after that, we will work more, and Nitsan will modeling more deeply how we can practice in this exercise more IFS.
Yes, so are we inviting them to share, Nadya?
Yes, yes. If anybody is ready, you are invited. We're going to invite maybe from different countries, since we are here from different countries. Maybe we have 3 people from different places in the world that maybe would like to share what came up in their mind or in their heart during the exercise. That Roberta? Roberta, we don't hear you. You are on mute, but we don't hear you. Maybe we move to somebody.
Okay, I think can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Okay. What's coming up for me now, as a American Jewish person from a family very involved in supporting the building of the Zionist state, what's coming up for me now is curiosity. I'd love to hear from you both. How do you see what we've done here today, connecting deeply with ourselves? How does that help those of us in the US who are working very hard to stop our government from funding the Israeli military? Like, how does this help us? I think, yeah.
Also, I would really like to invite you, Roberta, maybe also to write it in the chat, these questions. And I'm wondering, Nitsan, if we have time now, if we would like to answer questions, and maybe we leave the questions till the end and we will see if we have time for it.
I think it's a very important question, and after we hear 1 or 2 more people, I maybe want to spend a little time with that, with you,
Yes.
Roberta, on that. But we'll see what else comes up, and if not, we'll find a time to respond to it. Thank you.
And I think also there is another thing from Yael. Yael, she wrote something also about the word conflict can hurt someone. I don't want to hurt anyone. People express anger toward me if I try to show them the perspective of the other, and vice versa. It's so difficult. It makes me become less active, losing motivation and energy. This is
Maybe she wants to say, like, in person more about that.
Yael, you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. Shall I really? Yeah, I feel connected to you, Nadya, when you say you are trapped in the middle, or yeah, at least that's what I heard. Life brought me to the point where I am connected to Palestinians and Jews of many different kinds, and I am also as actress and very empathic person. I managed to reach a point where I can understand and feel and contain both sides. But if I express or if I try to transmit the perspective of the other to people, I receive anger and I also lose people, and I am trying to not to hurt anybody, to use the right words. Yeah, it's difficult. It affects all the time relationships, and that's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is two things raised here, what Roberta shared and what you are sharing here, that how we can react in such a specific situation, and does we can in all this complex situation we can stay connected to our values and to who we are.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your sharing, Giol and Roberta. You want to add something, Nitsan, in the meanwhile, or we take the
No,
other
I
one?
think
We have another person that raised her hand.
I'll just say that there's a lot of pain in the room, is what I'm hearing. And is anyone else experiencing it? The pain that we're, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I saw that Nelima, you raised your hand.
Yes, I had.
Yes, just 1 minute. Lane, we will come to you after Nelima, okay? Yes, please, Nelima.
Yeah, I think for me it's been a heavy day already because I was earlier on the call with someone from Kashmir and I was listening to almost the same story, except that that was not Israel and Palestine. This was Kashmiri Muslims and Kashmiri Hindus. And it's the same story of the pain of separation, two sides not able to trust each other, not able to understand each other, having a wall they cannot get past. So I'm with that pain of separation, why can't we get along? Why is it so hard being human that we can perpetuate generations of conflict on ourselves?
Then, yeah, what I hear from you that you are experiencing the same things in different occasions, in different place, relating to other different ethnic groups, but it's the same human conflict.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that and to bringing that here, that we are all connected. Maybe we are different groups, we are different religions, different faiths, but when it's reached to our values as a human being, we suddenly are all connected, even the situation is different. And if there are more people would like to share, maybe you are invited to write more in the chat.
You said you would come back to Lynn?
Yeah. Oh yes, please, Lynn. Yeah, it will be the last sharing in the room, and then we will move forward with you, Nitsan. Yes, Lynn, please.
Thank you. I think I'm more responding than sharing, although, you know, I'm feeling the same things a lot. And when I heard Nilima talking about the pain of not being able to talk to each other even because of our stances, it reminded me of when Nadya said that as a child she was really struggling to figure out, you know, who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. And of course she's evolved exponentially since then, but I think a lot of us are stuck there because there's so much pain and sorrow, and we want to be able to justify the people who have been made to suffer, and we want to be able to justify our own suffering. There's always that element of what is just and what isn't just, and I felt it when Roberta asked the question, you know, how do we navigate, you know, to do something that we feel is justice, you know, to disarm everybody. And yet we find so much resistance to that. And the word that came up for me, you know, when Nadya just asked us to get a sense of what is going on in our own minds, was defense. I was surprised.
Defense.
Defense. And everybody's trying to defend themselves. Everybody's trying to defend others. Everybody's trying to justify. It has become a situation where we cannot let go. And I wanted to just share a quote that Francesca Albanese shares in When the World Sleeps, her book. It's from Italo Calvino. And he just says, not to be frightened anymore. That's the final aim of man.
Thank you
And
for sharing this and bringing this to our awareness, because defense, I think this is one of the words that companion us in this complex reality.
yeah. And I was surprised that that was the word that came up for me, you know.
Yeah.
That's really important. And I would, Nadya, is it okay if I continue? Did you want to say
Yes,
something?
no, that's okay, please.
Okay. So,
Thank you, Lynn.
yeah. We're going to do a bit of IFS now, if that's okay. And Roberta, I'm wondering if I could do that something with you, because you asked a question. How can what you're doing help us with our struggle for justice and to change what's going on and all that? But before I start, I just want to say that in IFS, Lynn was talking about defense. In IFS, we have protectors. And protectors are parts of us, because our mind contains many parts that help us not feel really, really painful emotions that started when we were very young. And as people were talking, I felt that pain was in the room. I said all of us were experiencing something from what people shared. And that's pain that's hard for us to feel, but we also have something inside us that can hold this pain, not outside us, but something inside us. Nilima, we do have something inside that can be with that pain. And somebody wrote in the group that they're just exhausted and feeling despair. There's something inside us that can help with all that. In IFS, it's called self, but it's this being, this essence of us. And so right now, I'm going to do, if you're willing, Roberta, a little bit of work that will show how this essence can help with the healing of the system and enable you to do the activist work, the work for justice from a place that's more effective. That's what my goal is. And the question is, are you willing to try?
I feel a little conflicted. Well, as long as we're not like, as long as we are doing a process that is valuing, it's not seeing the protector as a bad part either, okay? Because I also am in IFS. And for me, that's really important because I don't want the work in the world, because the situation is urgent. I don't want to put I want to heal with the world. I don't want, I'm looking for something, right, that will integrate my personal healing and my work in the world, and not put my personal, not create like a, first it has to be this and then that. Is that enough said there?
Yes, absolutely. And it's absolutely true. Because the work of healing ourselves can take a lifetime. And in the
Right.
meantime, the world can go to, I don't want to say, but so yes, we do it along with each other. And what you mentioned is really important. One of the important things in IFS is that there are no bad parts. There are no bad parts. There's bad behavior, but there's no bad parts. Every part we have is important. It's there for a reason, and it's there to support us in some way.
Yes. Yes, so I'd be I'm willing, very happy. I want, yeah. So yes, I would like to be guided by you. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me just repeat the question, and please just, if I said anything incorrectly, just correct me, okay? So Roberta feels that it's even believes that the United States needs to be stopped from supplying weapons to Israel because the weapons cause so much damage and hurt so many people and cause so much pain. And she doesn't want, it's like not in my name, something like that. She doesn't want to be part of that destruction and pain that she's seeing in the Middle East. She doesn't want her name on it. And Roberta, did I say that correct?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's other people in the room who feel that way, people from the United States. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, you just spoke for a very important part, Roberta. Can you just see where this part is in your body that's just said these really important voice, that just gave this voice to this, where is it?
Yeah, well, while I was speaking, I was aware, and I can feel the activation now, but I was very aware of activation in my chest, heart space, we might say. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also connected to my throat.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when you look at your heart space and your throat, what do you see there? Is there an image, a color, sensation?
Heat, tightness. I'm for me it seems like defended, like solid.
Mm.
Mm, mm.
And when you look at this defended, solid heat activation, how do you feel towards it?
Mm.
How do you feel towards this important, this voice that just, this part that just spoke?
I think, well, it changes just when I'm experiencing it. It's almost like overwhelmed, like it's just completely taking all my life energy and staying with it softens. I think a part of me really wants to be with it, because I just noticed, like, it's hard to talk about it and do it, but like now I'm just right away breathing with it, so it's kind of I want I want to hold it, not in
That's
a
very,
pacifying way, just like I want to be with it. Yeah. Even though it's strong and overwhelming, it's not pleasant.
yeah. Yeah, so that's great. So take a moment to be with it, to be with this. And I'll just say, if people have a similar part, take a moment to be with your own part too. Yeah. And do you feel like it sounds like, I don't know if it's right, but that you care about it?
Very much. I mean, I I honor it. I don't want to dilute it. Like, I really honor it, and at the same time, like I said, it's overwhelming. So it's a little too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just, yeah.
Let it know you honor it and just see how it reacts. Yeah. That you honor it, you honor this voice.
I honor
You
this pain, this strong outrage. I honor it. I want to care the way you care.
Mm. Yeah.
I want to learn what you're showing me. Really want to learn what you're showing me because there's so much, I think, intelligence in you. Yeah, really.
Hmm.
And the passion. The passion.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How is it reacting when you're talking to it like that?
Really interesting. It's like it's still here. It's like the image I have is like calming a wild beast.
Mm.
Well, maybe or like a baby that's had a tantrum, kind of like holding it close, like connecting, like we're in connection.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you feel it would be true to say to it that you want to come back and get to know it better in the future?
Yeah, I'm not trying to suppress it or
Good.
make it go away.
Yeah.
I want I want this part of me to continue feeding me with its, life energy.
Yes. Yes.
And its knowledge.
Yeah.
It's
So
very connected to like my mental parts, my head parts, and I'm in a house with a lot of kids, so I'm just gonna move into another room. Hear my grandson.
I'm just going to say that just because of time
Yeah,
constraint, we need to. This is so powerful and so beautiful. I'm wondering if you can let the part know that you will come back to it because of all the gifts it has and all the knowledge and all the connection and the passion, and you will come back to it. Does that feel okay to say that to the part in your heart?
yeah, yeah.
Great.
And just as you said, I really want this part to trust that I'm not trying to push it away, see it as personally, I don't love the term protector. It's kind of an NBC like jackal. It's like, it's just too easy to
Yeah. Yeah.
negativize it. So I just wanted to hear you
Maybe
are
there's a
part of
different.
me. You are an
Yeah.
honored, valued, crucial part of me. I want it to be with me and me to be with it. It is me. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
That's
much.
beautiful.
It's really helpful. Really beautiful. Thank you so much.
How are you doing just now? How are you feeling?
I feel so great because I just feel happy and energized, and I still feel a lot of heat in here. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, we've run over time.
Nitsan,
We don't have
Nitsan, I would like to add that they can give us a little bit more time if that's okay for everyone.
maybe 5 more minutes. Would that be okay?
We have permission to go to the end of the half hour. So
Okay.
that would be 19 minutes.
Oh, great. Nadya, we just got 19 more minutes.
No, I saw the chat. This is why I told you, then I answered fairly.
Okay, great. So I just want to say something. Yeah, what I felt happened in Roberta's process in regards to her first question, what can this do to help? Is in the beginning, she spoke that this part sometimes became so powerful that it took her life force away. And at the end, she said, it's giving me life force.
Wow.
And I thought that was so beautiful, the process you did with it and how much self you had there. Wow.
Wow.
I know it's not clear to everyone what we were doing, but I'm just thinking, Nadya, what do you think we should do now? Just hear a little bit from people, or what would you suggest?
I think we can continue to hear from people and to make the closure as we can. If that's work for you or you have another.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Nitsan, and thank you, Roberta, for giving us this gift of practicing for both of you. After we hear Roberta and Nitsan and all the process that we are doing till now since the beginning of this meeting, and thank you for agreeing to continue extra time, I would like to invite you to maybe to write in the chat, or if few of you would like to also to participate in person here in the room, about what touched you from this process. What I'm taking with me from this meeting, or there is any shift in the way that I see the conflict, maybe the personal conflict, the world conflict, the Middle East conflict, any conflict that it was presence with you. This is an invitation, and if you're ready, you can raise your hand. And if you want to write in the chat, you are ready to do that.
I think Phyllis raised her hand.
Phyllis?
Yeah. I just want to share this, not the ominous question of how to end the conflict, but if I did the exercise with you right, what I noticed is you, Nitsan, directed Roberta to have a conversation with her throat. And in doing that, you framed it, what I think, and I saw her nodding, her throat was taking her life energy away. I mean, there was a place to put the focus when you said, where is it coming from? And she said, throat. It's not out there. It's not the other. It's not the money. It's not, you helped. And I'm just speaking for me. You helped her put the focus of what was taking her energy away right there. Something that she had relationship with. And then she at the end said, all of a sudden I'm getting energy from the same place in me that was draining it. And so my perspective is what I observed is that if we could learn to identify in us where the pain and anger and feelings are coming from, I mean, literally your throat or your back, and have that conversation with ourselves, it's very relieving. There's nowhere to look outside. We have ways to look inside and have that conversation with ourselves. And it was remarkable the transformation, that something so present and obvious, but so invisible to me without this process really is. If I said anything right about what you just did, it created great power. I now feel like I have agency and power and something to do in that cycle of examining, finding, conversation, and all of that. So I'll stop.
Yeah, thank you, Philomena, that you describe it in a way that maybe if we just look inside and if we give a space to our parts, then this is the gift that we can give to ourselves.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you for that. Anybody else would like to share here in the room? I see there is people writing in the chat. You are invited also to look to it. Yes, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, first, I just want to thank you, Roberta, for really putting yourself out there. It was really powerful for me, and Nitsan for facilitating that process. And Roberta really honoring your protector or whatever you want to call that beautiful, powerful part of yourself, not betraying it, but honoring it. That was so beautiful, and it was really you took me on that journey with you. And I really was able to sort of, as you were seeing your parts, see my own parts, the part of me that has a position. I have a very clear, highly developed position that is in my mind. And I do take a stand. And I became aware of the grief, and somehow it appeared in different places that I'm ordinarily aware of, but on one side of me, the rage on the other, the pain in my eyes. And it was just in a different kind of configuration. I realized somehow those feelings were all moving out of the core of me and opening up that space that I saw you connecting to as well. It opened up that space. And for me, it really helped me to see and connect to something I have a hard time frequently seeing and connecting to, which is, and how to balance, which is these positions and intense feelings that I have, which I respect. And also to open up the heart, the core, and connect to this. And what it came to me this way today was this love. And it's a love and commitment to the all, to everyone, that goes beyond my position. And in the way I saw it today, that I hadn't either before, was like all these, the position has so much of the what of it. And that is so important, the what and what I feel and where I stand. But the heart had the how, like the way of love, how to move forward and engage these parts and these external realities and that is a commitment to everyone, and to hold that in a way that somehow felt clearer to me, at least for these few fleeting moments. So thank you. I just want to thank you for helping me with that.
Thank you, Mitch, for bringing the reminder for love and commitment. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else would like to share here in the room? Maybe from different country? we had till now from United States, maybe from someplace else would like to share. Maybe I would like to invite you, Raifa, if you are willing to share. You hear us, Raifa? I don't know if she hears us. رغدة, you would like to share? بقدر أترجمك.
أنا بعرف إنك بتقدري تترجميني. أوكي. I okay, maybe I get it's best for myself to look for the energies in mine that can help me accept the pain that I had and face the challenge with the calmness. That's what I feel this time,
This moment.
this moment, yeah.
Thank you, Rada. I hear how you are widening space inside you to deal with the anger and with the pain, maybe, and to find a moment of silence and calmness. Thank you for sharing that and bringing that here to the circle. Yeah, you are invited also to look in the chat. There is more people shared in the chat. You are invited to see that. I think we going forward to make our closure. Nitsan, yes. I want to thank you for bringing your heart, your thoughts, your presence. And always I say that it's the art of togetherness, how to bring calmness in the middle of the storm. Then thank you for this togetherness.
Beautiful. I want to remind people that if you have questions, put them in the chat. We would like to somehow respond to them, and we'll ask Phyllis and Nilima if they can help us do that. And I want to say that one of the things we tried to show that it's really important to look at and begin to heal our inner divides as we're doing our work in the world, because our work can become so much more effective the more we work from, in IFS they call it self, but from that energy that you saw Roberta had at the end. And Phyllis spoke about it too, and Mitch. So Nadya and I just wanted you to taste a bit of our work, but we're actually going to lead a full workshop, 4 days, 5 days, something like that at SLN from November 30th to December 4th. So if anyone's interested, we'd love to see you there. And of course, there we'll go into so much depth and share much more of the tools we use, and make sure you come out with ways that you can be more effective in the world to do the change that we all want to see. Who said that? I think it was Indian.
Gandhi.
Yeah. So that's where we're aiming, when we would love for you to come there, and we're going to do the best we can, as we're doing here in the countries, in the country, in the Eretz, in the land. We work here, Nadya and I, every day to reach this goal. Nadya is now doing work. Should I mention it, Nadya?
Yeah, please.
She's now began a group of women from Gaza that's going to meet for maybe 8 meetings, and then she's going to open it with another of our facilitators to people from Israel and internationals, right?
Yes. It will be in 3 languages, Arabic, Hebrew, and English.
Yeah. So we're doing this work. We'd love to share it. We'd love to see you use these tools everywhere you are. And we hope to see some of you or all of you join us at SLN and answer any of your questions if you write them in the chat. And please feel free to email us and connect with us. Read my book. This is my pitch. And about Together Beyond Words, Women on a Quest for Peace in the Middle East. Anything else, Nadya, before we go into the final piece?
No, I think maybe Felice, she want to say something or blessing. This is what I
Yeah.
understood.
Well, I've lost track of what your final words are, but I was just texting if somebody wants to do a closing blessing to come at the very, just to, before we leave, somebody to launch us with some thoughts, whether it be Nadya or you, Nitsan, or you, Nilima, or someone who feels called. But we have 3 minutes.
Yeah. We thought, I mean, if somebody has a blessing, it would be wonderful. But we also thought just to hear your voices, some of you haven't spoken. If you can say one word about where you are in this moment. We want to hear you, where you are, just a word. Just open your mics so we can hear everyone. And if someone has a blessing, yay, welcome.
And I will see if I can open the mics.
I think people can unmute, no?
They can mute themselves.
Yeah, one word or a blessing, whatever you want to share. Anything is welcome. Any part is welcome.
Okay, Lunasa blessings all the way from Glastonbury, UK.
Thank you.
Roberta, you can tell us. I saw that you write beautiful things in the chat.
I didn't want to take up so much airtime. Yeah, just really may your retreat at Esalen be blessed with great success and making so many contributions to people and to world peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Webke Hansen, you would like to say something?
No, it was a wonderful, I was very, sorry, I went off on a very superficial trajectory. It was very touching. I'm from Germany. It was very touching for me to hear your stories and to feel your pain. So that was very intense. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
May there be peace.
Maybe I'm trying to Basudav Sangupta. I don't know if I read the name well. Basudev, you hearing us, or you would like to say something? I don't know if you hear us, unfortunately. Michelle, maybe you'd like to say something.
Yeah, so my name is Giol, And what I've learned is only Dutch, Arab, and Israeli people know how to pronounce my name properly. Michiel.
Okay.
So it's a small little bridge here.
Yeah. Thank you, Michiel. Okay, maybe we have Jenny. Jenny, she went out, I think. Or Travis, I don't know who's Travis. Travis? Travis, you hear us? No. Raifa, you hear us? Okay, I think maybe Nancy, you would like to say something? Just
I
mute
can't
yourself.
see my microphone. Okay, I got it. No, I'd just like to say that I am totally, completely grateful just to have been able to be here and listen to all of you. I could cry. Very, very grateful. That's all. And everything happened. There was the sun, there was the wind, everything was blowing out the window. But anything, I'm very grateful. Thank you. I can't see.
Yeah. Thank you, because Busadov, I unmuted you.
Yes. I just want to. I am Basudev from India, Bhopal, and I would like to uh, say a message of the mother from Pondicherry. This is her message in 1968. What she says, this is a New Year message from her, and she says that men, countries, continents, men, countries, continents. The choice is imperative: truth or the abyss.
Yeah, if you are willing to write it for us in the chat, it will be great.
Okay, I am writing this message.
Thank you very much for your sharing and
Thank
for coming to be with us here.
Thank you.
I think anybody else would like to say anything before?
Oh, we're already 3 minutes over time.
We're closing.
Overtime of the overtime.
I want to thank on behalf of all of us and Peace Through Commerce and Shakti Leadership, Nilima and Nivedita, all of those who have framed this beautiful space for us to share our hearts, our parts, our souls, our minds, and just deep gratitude to you, especially Nadya and Nitsan, for preparing this time so thoughtfully. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the invitation. So wonderful to be part of this beautiful, beautiful work that you're doing.
Thank you. And I was so hopeful after seeing that even on a Zoom call in such a short time, you actually showed that alchemy is possible, that transformation is possible, and shift happens like that. So that itself is the magic and the hope, therefore, we take from here. It can happen with one Roberta. It can happen with all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's
Shalom. Salam.
Shalom, salam.
Hugs to everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for taking the time and be in touch with us.
And carry our message to the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sign up in November for Esalen Institute on the Big Sur coastline of central Northern California.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Good morning, good night,
good morning.